streets, and I wanted to share it with you. Every last resident in this city is wholeheartedly devoted to living out their lives. It seems a simple observation, I know, but to me, it was a revelation. For it made me painfully aware of my own position. Can this existence of mine even be called living when I am so doted upon by my mother? I want to live a life I can proudly call my own, and to achieve it with all that my heart desires. I tire of enduring my mother's coddling, and of having to mind every twitch in her face in order to appease her. Looking at this box, it fills me with courage. 'Tis proof that I am not my mother's servant to be wheeled about as she pleases. 'Tis something I obtained of my own will. Here is the last of the gold I owe you. Pray forgive me for making you wait for it. Now, I'd best be off. I may not be able to wander the city again for some time. There's aught I would do. Thus, I cannot say when next we'll see each other. Though I feel sure we shall in time. Perhaps sooner than we might think. Till then, take care, friend.
That was quite a gift. I hope that procuring it was not a burden upon the lad.
Indeed, you are correct.
Welcome to Bjorn's Armory, and quality's what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the price, just remember, many thanks. I appreciate the business.
No purchases. Be made today, I see.
Welcome to Bjorn's, and quality's what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the price, hope to see you again. is.
Gather round! Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller.
Так, что тут еще
This might be worth a
знакомиться?
read.
Задание с
A
нищим.
thorough perusal might reveal
О,
what
что
of
такое?
interest.
Покупай свежие фрукты, спеши, пока товар не разобрали. Такие поставки — редкость в наши дни. Естественно, заметку заносит.
To this tale of a giant who touches the sky.
Say, have you been... Well, if you do visit, you might want to give the old man who lives there a wide... I hear he sets out to sea on... As if that wasn't queer enough, I cannot fathom his obsession.
That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
Oh, I can't complain. No harm can come of a bit of...
What do you want?
'Twill near get done if I stand around talking.
I see life as a journey, to be walked...
I've heard there's a means to tell if someone who claims to be arisen is in fact...
The other day, I chanced to see a most... Now, that's not so... And rightly so. Gave me a right shot. Their faces may map.
They say the Sovereign's up in the palace, recovering from his... Seems driving away the dragon took quite a toll on our lead. 'Tis a right miracle he yet lives, if you are...
Monster attacks make for poor sales, I tell. They say the Sovereign was... And yet he draws breath. Watch. I do hope His Majesty shall recover soon.
Can't say I have any tidings to share.
Gather round!
Got something for me?
I always have a warm welcome.
Got any tales to... Good day to you.
Might as well take a look while you're here, eh?
Monsters and bandits are a plague upon my business.
My talents lie in combining materials, and I'll use those in my possession to craft things for you in my spare time. A well-organized pack is my speciality. I'll see to it...
Нет. Какие шторки?
I shall recall our travels every time I take this piece in hand.
I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer combat's thrills to gathering items. I am confident and may act independently. Please dispense with the formalities. They exhaust me so. This rumor has been troubling me ever since I first caught wind of it. Apparently, there is an illness we pawns can catch beyond the rift that makes us a danger to ourselves and others. Symptoms include an unruly attitude and overconfidence, and in the end, we turn our backs on our master and our duty.
Indeed. Well, we shall have to remain watchful, lest one of our company should start showing signs of this sickness.
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my story entertain you, nay.
Aye, got some coin to spare your hump. What would you of me? I'll have no trouble, thank you.
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master. Storyteller. And should my story entertain you, nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Now, listen close, and your focus apply to this tale of a giant who touches the sky. Our hero, oft forgotten by history in spite of his worth, awoke one fell morning to rumble
Welcome to the Star Drop Inn. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you? Always a pleasure. Stone in hand, we can travel wheresoever we please.
We must save it for a time of dire need.
This should be of use.
Try to enjoy it wherever I can. A pleasant spot to while away.
Would that I could spend all day here.
Right, door's locked. That should do it.
Так-то мы знаем, что он за дверью.
I've things to do, if you don't mind.
Would that the gold would only rain down on my head.
If our prayers are not heeded, what hope have we?
This must have taken a wrong turn.
Aye, sir. What I can do for you? What? You mean to say my Albert's a noble and has only been pretending to be a beggar? That can't be true. Earning a living in the slums isn't easy, but Albert and I, we promised each other we'd try our hardest to make ends meet. We've been working toward that all this time. And you're saying 'tis all a lie? I don't want to believe such madness, but nor can I deny that these garments are my husband. Pray, tell me where you found them. I must see this for myself.
Not much going on hereabouts.
One day, I'm going to have proper raiment.
Shall we get some rest then? Twas a chimera I was tasked with battling. A ferocious and terrible beast. I'm in no hurry to face one again.
Should we hunt a few monsters to start the day off?
Come. We've much to be getting on with.
I hope you slept well.
I think I've earned the rest.
Where could Malcolm have gotten off to? Perhaps you could try asking the other children. I haven't been able to get much out of them myself.
What to do? What to do? Hoy, Arisen! Say, have you heard about the state of the river? Do you know the river close by the church? Well, it's come to be full of muck and filth and all sorts. That's a problem for the church, as it draws from the river to make holy water. The water's so filthy that it's going to take twice the amount. I was thinking you could help the priests by finding some gold ore. After all, I was hoping you'd say that. Thanks ever so much. I'll help too. I'll look for gold ore every place I can think of.
Так,
Now we seek
золотая
gold
руда, она
ore.
у нас есть.
Though 'tis sold in shops, mining some ourselves might prove the better choice.
I suppose 'tis so.
Сейчас возьмем.
Always a fresh breeze blowing this side better.
What should I get up to? The Goblin's Lair. I hope you can reclaim aught from the fiends. 'Twould bring me... peace of mind to know someone taught...
What brings you here?
Go on, have a look. Interested in my wares? Many thanks.
Где мне гильдия нужна?
Interested in my wares?
Time was, you scarce saw any beastrons here in Vernworth. You'd think that'd be on account of immigration, but not so. See, at least I've ne'er beheld a human with a beastron parent. Oh, I suppose it might be possible if we keep mixing. Someday our kingdom will end up with more beastrons than they've got already.
Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality in all Vernworth. Much obliged.
Peruse at your leisure. I don't sense thinking too far in here.
My bed needs a sharp sense.
Left the wing.
Off to market I go.
Captain will have my head if I skip another patrol.
Cleaning a floor I'm too tired.
I'll gladly stay a while. Still waiting on that report. Interested in my wares?
That's a fine craftsmanship. Perhaps better than anything we have at present.
It certainly bears inspection.
Must finding these be so difficult?
Our collection grows.
Ha! I'll have to remember to tell my own master about this.
Fancy a look at my wares?
Living's hard. Dreams are free, I say. Would that would spend all day here.
Need anything?
Clattering all day.
The hours seem to fly when
I'm dead on my feet, but much to do yet.
Are monsters really scary? I've never seen
Suppose
them.
I could visit someplace new.
As soon as my shift's done, I'm off to the tavern.
Best get to cleaning a floor I'm too tired.
Mayhap I will find myself a better net.
Did you need something, dear?
up of late.
Must be going. I can withstand this din.
If I could, I'd never
Living's hard, but dreams are free from sober.
Oi there, friend! Care to help a fellow out? All I ask is that you hear my request. What have you got to lose? My thanks, sir. As to the matter at hand, it concerns my ox cart business. I've been holding off service on account of all the monsters on the road, but now I feel prepared to start making trips to Melv again. Only trouble is, there are still monsters about, and I can't help but worry for the safety of the carts. That's where you come in. See, I've got a letter here from Lady Margit, the Watchhead's wife, to be delivered to one Sir Leonard in Melv. I'd like you to accompany the cart in my stead and see to it that the letter reaches its recipient. What say you, friend? Splendid! I knew I was right to put my faith in you. Now, the carts only depart at certain hours of the day, but I find that time flies when I take a seat at the station. And mind you, don't forget to pay your way before you board. That's standard practice, and I would advise against each cart travels with an escort of trained soldiers, see? In case it encounters any monsters. So anyone thinking of riding for free will have to take the issue up with them. But enough of my lecturing. Just make sure that letter gets to Sir Leonard. Then come... Oh, and I'll pay your fare this time, seeing as you're doing me a favour and all. Come find me when you've delivered that letter. I'll be waiting to hear from you.
Так, предупреждение хватит выполнения задания. Некоторые задания подвержены течению времени и будут проходить вне зависимости от участия в них восставшего. Взяв несколько заданий одновременно, вы рискуете не уложиться в отведенные сроки, что может привести к непредусмотренным последствиям. Старайтесь всегда учитывать фактор времени, планируя выполнение уже взятых заданий и рассматривая новые.
This needs to be delivered. Shall we see it done?
Ладно, вызвал ты отвезти.
We're to see this letter to Sir Leonard in Melv. Shall we board the ox cart as directed, Master? A person of import, I take it. Very well. I will lead the way.
The guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Oi, Arisen! Have you found any gold ore yet? That's all right. I'm sure it does.
I'm aching for a fight.
I don't tell half as many lies as my
Wonder if there's any Sometimes I wonder if I'm I must needs focus.
I've little enough gold to spend as this.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
One hopes these carts offer comfort commensurate to their costs.
This ox cart's bound for Melv.
I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
Somehow my feet always carry me.
Dead on my feet.
Never thought I could have done pushed your luck too far. Heavens, men.
Could you come over here?
Master, I discovered a treasure chest hereabouts during my last journey beyond the rift. Shall I guide you to it? Allow me to lead the way. I can take you to our destination by the optimum route.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
What am I supposed to do?
I've a selection of wares that's sure to pleasure doing business with you.
Have you need of me?
Hale, if you've a moment to spare, I'd like a word. As you can see, we're rebuilding, a task that can always benefit from another pair of hands. What say you? Would you be willing to help? No? A shame, that. We'll be in need of helping hands for a while yet. Come see me again if you change. Looking for work?
Looking for some work, are you?
What you need of me?
Oi, bring me a... Oh, you're not one of us.
I see not even the Arisen could resist my charms.
Here to ask aught of me, are you?
Hold a moment. Haven't we already found what's being asked of us here?
I follow my whims, wheresoever.
Так, а что надо сделать-то? Маргит. Ленард письмо доставит.
I've not much to offer you, sir, I fear.
Can't say I've any tidings to share.
I'm a tad busy at the moment.
Here at the inn, I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. Do come again. Have you need of me?
What brings you here?
I fear I've naught useful to share.
I see life as a journey, to be walked and dared.
Got any tales to liven up my day? The other day, I espied an elf.
It would benefit us all if the roads were safer.
Right, just follow me.
Know you of the brine? Monsters they are, what haunt the deep. Shallow waters are safe, but venture somewhere as deep as you are. Becoming a feast for the brine isn't a pretty way to go.
Alas, would that you were our sovereign.
Ought to be said.
What can I do for you? Ah, a letter from Lady Margaret, you say? It is a fair way you've come, then. My thanks. She's a kindly sort, I must say. We met when I worked with her husband, Sir Gregor, on one occasion. Now she's taken to... That Lady Margaret's a kindly...
The letter has reached its recipient. Shall we inform Sir Donovan?
Ah, you've returned. Here to help? Excellent. You're a good sort. I'll not soon forget. Here's what I need from you. A bask of saurians has made their nest outside the village. Though they're yet to cause any harm, their proximity makes the villagers... I'd like to enlist your aid in driving them away. I've prepared some explosive casks and left them by the village entrance. Use them.
Saurians are monsters of fearsome strength, 'tis true, but I've yet to meet a foe that explosive casks can't scatter.
True enough.
Magics are at your disposal!
This is generally used as a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
A curative ought to do the trick.
Где он оставил ящики? Пойми, вот тут. Заклюш, можно что-то делать? Нет. Он сказал, что он где-то бочки оставил.
This party is fit for adventure. Our strengths complement each other well.
We need only hone our skills, and in time, we shall be indomitable.
Right you are. This journey will be a long one. What say we employ an ox cart and save our feet the blisters?
'Tis the Arisen's choice to make, though I certainly wouldn't begrudge the chance to put my feet up.
Peril can result from a moment's incaution.
In every age, when the Arisen fells, hence, pawns are treated with respect, not to mention they are skilled combatants. 'Tis clear their concept of life and death differs.
I'm not taking any passengers just now, sir.
How might I be of assistance?
My magics are at your disposal! Wing strike! Listen, you are full of surprises. I look forward to informing my own master of that strategy.
It is not what I expected. The prison has been drenched. One might confidently call that a resounding victory.
No doubt this triumph will spur us into the next.
Спокойной ночи.
It's this way. Got to fix this up proper.
Well, that appears to have sent some of the beasts reeling, at least. To finish the job, I'd have you drop a jar of poison into their nest. With any luck, the Saurians will realize that they chose a perilous spot and steer clear of the village. But pray, take care not to drop it in the river. The villagers use that water on a daily basis. You must make sure your aim is true. Are we clear? Good. You'll find the jars of poison just outside the village. Toss one into the Saurian's nest, and your task is done.
A single jar of poison ought to send those Saurians packing. Only do be mindful not to spill any on yourself, Master.
It's this way.
Have you forgotten something, Arisen? You're looking rather lost. Expertly thrown, Master. I'd wager those Saurians will think twice about nesting here again.
'Twas a pleasure to recount such good tidings.
Always sets me to think.
You've done as I asked, I see. Many thanks for your efforts. And I must say, you've a fine arm. I couldn't have done better myself. Watching you got me thinking. Mayhap you've the sense to inherit the skills I possess. Or perhaps 'tis a little early for such talk. In any event, thanks to the work you've done for us today, the rebuilding efforts ought to proceed apace.
That's that then. The letter has reached its recipient. Shall we inform Sir Donovan, Master? Fret not, Master. I know precisely where this person can be found.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
I'm not taking any passengers just now, sir.
We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?
Класс.
This is a place to forget one's troubles.
I'm in fright. Not care in the world.
Here at last.
Ah, you've returned. How did you fare on the journey to Melve? Splendid! You've been an immense help, I must say. The cart reached its destination safe and sound, and from the tell of it, you even rid the road of a few...
Ox cart seems a convenient choice for long...
Зачем мне брюки рубокопа?
journeys. I see no harm in making use of them as needed, Master.
True enough.
Класс, вот мы все прошли. Ну-ка. Ой. Ой, опять же ушел.
Tell is, Vermund was once a beast drinking.
Fascinating.
Indeed, though 'tis not widely known among the common folk.
The goblin's lair lies somewhere I hope you can reclaim aught from the fiends. 'Twould bring me peace of mind to know someone taught them a lesson at least.
Ратира.
The Goblin's Lair. I hope you can reclaim aught from the fiends. 'Twould bring me peace of mind to know someone taught them a lesson. At least.
What say we gather some information?
I've a rough idea of where our destination lies. Shall I show you there, Master?
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
Так, что я хочу?
Follow me.
Beg pardon, sir, but have you any information about what happened here? A couple were found dead, you see. Poor Albert was stabbed from behind, and Selena, by all appearances, ended her own life after. I can't fathom it. I knew the both of them, and I cannot imagine Selena doing such a thing. One witness claims Selena was turned away from a noble's estate shortly before the incident. But how could that...
How awful. Are we to blame for this fell conclusion?
Морг. Я знаю, куда надо сходить.
I ought to be getting home.
Here, if you please.
Boy, Arisen! Have you found any gold ore yet? Wow! Thank you, Arisen. But we'll be needing a little more than this. The purifying process uses... Boy, Arisen! Have you found any gold ore yet? That's all right. I'm sure it doesn't grow on...
prayers will surely be rewarded.
'Tis my duty to devote my life to prayer.
Is Malcolm all right? We were supposed to go exploring together, but I overslept, and he went without me. Wish he'd woken me up. I was really looking forward to going down into those vaults. Oh no, I wasn't meant to tell anyone that. Please, sir, don't tell nobody what I said about exploring.
This is a place of prayer. Do keep your voice low. I must be grateful. Wickedness has no hold on me.
If I see that rack again, I'll gut it myself.
This is most convenient. Another destination we were bound for is not far from here.
And the mind is split. The heart must lead. Oh, so I've learned.
Почти открылся.
No sense dwelling on what sets my thoughts down dark path this place.
Suppose I ought to be used to this by now.
Malcolm's been really into exploring of late. Just the other day, he was going around telling anyone who'd listen about how he was an ox hair away from making...
This place gives me an ill feeling.
What?
You don't need a permit to get into Batal. Just hide in the back of an ox cart, aye? It works.
I fear I've much to attend to.
Let me get that.
Naught I can do but wait for death to claim me. Got any arms for a man down on his luck?
Not my kind of place.
Boy, you risen. Have you found any gold ore yet? That's all right. I'm sure it does.
Not much going on hereabouts.
Where could Malcolm have gotten off? Perhaps you could try asking the other children. I haven't been able to...
Ну и где же он?
That's... trouble here. I best move along.
I'm quite sure I wasn't dreaming.
Good evening, sir.
I trust you fared all right on the roads, despite the... Hour? You know where to find me. But I'm certain there's... A hard day's work, is it, too?
Greetings. Welcome. Here we conduct all manner of procedures pertaining to vocations. If there is...
Have you found any of the items we discussed, perchance?
Always a pleasure.
Well, you'd make a fool of me, would you?
Don't think I'll stand for this.
Say, weren't we tasked with another errand that sent us somewhere near here?
Perhaps we ought to go there first. What say you, Arisen?
Так, кстати, ладно. Я не помню, где... А, Морг вот тут. Насквозь не пройти случай.
In my line of business, patience is key.
Here to ask aught of me, are you?
Time was. You scarce saw any bistros here in Bern. You think that'd be on account of it?
Apologies, Master, but I can't guide you there from our current location.
'Tis here that the bodies of... I beg you to conduct yourself with care and with a reverence befitting of one who walks among the dead. An unsettled mind begets an... Your patronage is much...
Could you come over here?
Неужели здесь нет? Ну, все же тела должны здесь оказываться. Почему тогда их здесь нет?
Right, just follow me.
Blessed be we. Tis here that the bodies of those who fall... I beg you to conduct yourself with care and with a reverence befitting of... Your patronage is much appreciated.
And here I thought I was leading the way. But I suppose your whims take precedence.
The Arisen decides our path. We have but to follow.
My bed, and a sharp zest.
Only fools and urchins.
Let me alone, will ye? I'm a busy woman.
Well met, sir. Racket.
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared for the morrow.
A good sleep does wonders. Off we go then.
Feeling rested, I trust? Unless I am much mistaken, we have cause to visit a place not far from here.
Shall we head there now? 'Twould save us having to make the trip again.
Boy, Arisen! Have you found any gold ore yet? That's all right. I'm sure it doesn't grow on trees.
I shall lead us to our destination, so do...
I wonder what it was Malcolm found. I wonder what it was Malcolm found. Malcolm? All he's doing of late is picking through rubble. Don't know why he bothered.
Do we report back now? Just where are these vaults exactly? Let us return to Sir Kendrick. Perchance he will know more.
Well met. This here's... I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff. Keep those orders coming. This fearsome world of...
Can't remember the last time I got a few hours.
Got to sell off what I can while I'm in town.
Life's been pretty kind to me.
Vaults, you say? By my knowledge, they were sealed off. Ah, but you mentioned rubble, aye? Then perhaps the lad found a way through. Come, I fear there's not a moment to lose. Pray, follow me, and quickly. I believe this is the place to which the children were referring. Look, there, a hole. Could he have passed through here? There is naught to be done but have a look for ourselves. The passage ahead looks small, but we may... Let us make haste.
If you wish it, I shall not move from this spot.
Сейчас я...
Pick up every little thing you find, and your pack will soon outweigh you. Well, I know it, yet I cannot seem to resist.
I dare say that's part and parcel of the adventurous trade.
Хорошо, если это был правильный путь. Куда этот путь?
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
should you notice or to miss.
Malcolm, thank goodness you are unharmed. You have my eternal gratitude, Sir Arisen. Now I can breathe.
Sir Kendrick? You'll never believe what I've found. It's just up ahead. Books, sir. Books, books, and more books. It's like some sort of...
Truly, perhaps we ought to take a look.
We ought not lose sight of our guide. There's no great shock to me. I suppose there can be no harm in bringing us along.
We'll find a use for it, I'm sure.
Magics are at your disposal!
Over here! Come look!
Heavens above!
Isn't it amazing? And I found it. Me.
'Tis quite a find indeed. Is this some manner of archive? Why, I've ne'er seen so many books. This collection must be worth a fortune. Might I ask that you not share the existence of this place with others, sir? We cannot allow the knowledge accumulated here to be misused or We ought to entrust its care to someone worthy, someone who can appreciate its true value. Pray, tell me if you know of such an individual. As for you, Malcolm, I forbid you from telling anyone else about this place. 'Twill be our...
Oh, but...
However, in exchange for your silence, you may come and go as you... Let's investigate this place's secrets together, eh?
It near boggles the mind that so impressive an archive slumbered here. 'Tis surely any scholar's dream.
'Tis as you say. Pawns may not enter the castle grounds, Master. We shall have to part ways at the gates.
Here, if you please.
The walls are too close for comfort here. Should we encounter trouble, we would be at a disadvantage.
Let us conclude our business and be quit of this place. There is naught to be gained from lingering.
Where's my dagger? My friends could use it.
Life's been pretty kind to me.
Dead on my feet.
It is clear you're not interested in arriving at our destination, so I'll hold off on guiding us there for now.
There will be other opportunities, say because I'm not interested.
Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
My magics are at your disposal!
That's enough for one day. Dreams are free, I say. Nothing ever seems to happen round here.
Now here's a welcome sight.
Perfect spot for a kid.
Suppose I best earn my keep.
I'm afraid I cannot escort you beyond the castle entrance, Master. We will have to part ways till you emerge.
If I were you, Master, I'd not leave this unread.
Shall we take a closer look?
We'll never reach our destination if you continue in that direction, Master. But I suppose I can guide us there later.
The Arisen decides our path. We have but to follow.
I'm just grateful I get to be
I heard a rumour that this land was once a kingdom of beastrons.
Truly?
Quite, though no definitive records remain.
Let them talk. I'm too old.
Could you come over here?
Such quiet.
Follow me, Arisen.
What was it I had planned for tomorrow?
Should I know you from somewhere?
No fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
A place to soothe the spirit. Okay, damn near enough of waste streets and coos.
Everyone's busy with their own affairs.
Let's make haste, else I'll be at this all night.
Wonder how everyone else is. Feel deary with no one about.
Just quiet about.
I'm an elf. I'm not sure what.
This is too much for me, I fear.
I cannot let this pass uncontested.
I'm not sure what's best.
Wonder if anyone else shares.
A place to soothe the spirit.
Always a fresh.
Pray, take yourself elsewhere. Our services are only available to members of this establishment.
Quiet makes me come more anxious.
Everyone's busy. Not a chance.
Pray, take yourself elsewhere. Our services are only available to members of this establishment.
Turn you into a pincushion!
My apologies, sir. But as you are not a member of this establishment, I cannot.
Could you come over here? Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
No harm in picking a few.
Our soldiers need better training.
Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
If you don't mind, sir, I've my duty to attend to.
I do not believe you have a right to be here, sir.
Так, ладно, тогда пока.
A full week has passed since Sir Mildred set off. I suppose 'tis time we vacated her dwelling. I can guide you there if you wish.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
Everyone always in such a well met, sir. I'm in no hurry to leave.
Must we run every... Good. We're here.
Good tidings, friend. How have you been keeping? As for me, I made the most of my week-long sojourn. One might even say I enjoyed myself. You see, I grew so fond of the destination my feet carried me off to, methinks I should like to live there. And that's when I thought, mayhap you've grown just as fond of this dwelling. Fond enough to purchase it from me? I can't just give it to you, mind. I've my relocation costs to consider, but I'd sell it to you cheap as I can afford. Well, friend, what say you? Much obliged, friend. I hope you're as pleased with our deal as I am. This little dwelling's all yours now. Suppose I'd best be off.
Ну,
I've my own
нормально,
home to
еще
get
одно
to.
достижение.
I hope you'll be happy here, friend. Farewell.
His armor's seen better days.
I've heard some interesting tidings about town.
Как твои путешествия, полагаю, тебе встречались чудеса, которые мало кто может себе даже представить. Быть может, по возвращении расскажешь мне пару историй? Тебе не очень нужны мои благословения, но я надеюсь, что ты примешь этот скромный дар как символ успеха будущих начинаний, Кендрик.
Regarding the Vermundian military, yes?
'Twould seem the Queen Regent has made significant alterations to the chain of command.
Дом мы тоже выполнили. А продать все лишнее.
This might be worth a read.
The Goblin's lair lies some... I hope you can reclaim aught from the fiends. 'Twould bring me... peace of mind to know someone... taught them a lesson, at least.
What should I get up?
Well, could use more places like this.
Well met.
Quite the predicament.
Good tidings to you. Are you the Arisen? Aye, I thought you might be the one. My husband spoke of you, you see. 'Tis through him I hear much of the gossip going around town. I suppose you're here to see him. You'll have to come another day, I fear. He's been sent out on a mission. 'Tis a perilous mission at that. I've heard he is to fell a Dullahan at the Ildoer's resting place. I worry for him.
Let me get that.
Right, just follow me. Apologies, Master, but I can't guide you there from our current location.
Waiting on that report.
I have been waiting for you, Arisen.
Pawns may not enter the castle grounds, Master. We shall have to part ways at the gates.
Really now, you mustn't shirk your duty, lest you forget 'tis the Arisen we serve here.
I'm well aware of that, thank you.
What was it I had planned for the morrow?
I'll not indulge you in fruitless prattle.
Here, if you please. Having trouble keeping up? No matter. I shall wait for you as long as it takes.
Such peace.
Do you know how long you'll...
You are the Arisen, yes? The captain gave me your description. Follow me!
A breath of fresh air is just what I was looking for.
Barely the vim to tie my boots.
Tis best you move along. Should one of the other guards espy you, I will be forced to play my part. Pray, be cautious, Your Majesty.
Wait for the new equipment to come in.
Tis best you move along. Should one of the other guards espy you, pray, be cautious, Your Majesty.
Well, here. I'd best move on.
I've got all my days. The shift's only just begun.
I'd sooner stay out.
Hold on.
Such quiet. Let the road porters arrive. Mayhap a regard thee there. I'm nodding off where I stand.
Отлично.
Would that all my days were so tranquil. Captain will have my head if I skip another patrol.
Who's there? Pray, keep your voice low.
It wouldn't be good for either of us if someone was summoned to come check on me. Could it be that you have come to bring Mother's schemes to light? Aye, Disa is my mother. Pray forgive me for not telling you sooner. 'Twas never my intent to deceive you. I'd simply feared that if I spoke the truth, none would wish to involve themselves with me. But that is no longer a concern. 'Tis clear that we are allied in purpose. My word, you mean to say that you are the true Arisen? That the Sovereign currently residing in the palace is a pretender? Could Mother have had a hand in that as well?
Regent Kin Sven appears to be missing from his chambers. Have you seen him?
Me? No, sir.
Then start searching, you fool. Should aught befall the Regent Kin, 'tis us who'll answer to her grace.
Forgive me. My absence seems to have made this rather more difficult for us. You ought leave the palace at once. This room turned up little of interest, but I've a mind to look into this further. I shall send word to Captain Brandt if I discover aught you should know. I'll head out first and speak with the Sentinels. Use that opportunity to make good your escape. Forgive me. I couldn't sleep. Thought a stroll might clear my head.
Prithee, inform us when you reach. If aught were to happen to you.
I cannot abandon my post.
All honest coin is made while marking out the expenses.
If you've come for the masquerade, you would best return a knight, sir. That's when the event
On me to bear what young shoulders fall up. We've naught to discuss.
Now I've gone and stepped in it.
Oi! Is anyone there? Thought I saw someone.
солдата на службе. Не могу не думать, что это странно. Раньше пешки толпами слонялись у камня разлома, но я уже давно не видел ни одной. Трудно представить, куда они могли деться. Интересно, стоит ли об этом доложить?
Were it possible. What was I supposed to do? I've clean forgotten.
They wish they were in my
Can't
boots.
stomach places like this.
If they only knew.
Backs acting up today. Let's take it easy today.
Back to it, I suppose. Nary a dent or scratch on my arms and armor.
to. Welcome to the Star Drop Inn. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to start you off? Come back anytime. Well met, sir. Fancy a gander? Fine wares. Welcome to the Star Drop Inn. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you? Always a pleasure.
Greetings, Your Majesty. Have you a moment to speak? You will want to hear this. 'Tis information of great import. 'Tis not a matter for prying ears. Pray, let us... There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. While examining the palace ledger for evidence of the Queen Regent's misdeeds, I made a curious discovery. For some time now, it seems, she has been diverting a veritable mountain of gold to the daily purchase of sweet crown flower. What's more, this inexpedient spending habit is recorded to have begun the very day on which Arthur, the would-be... This cannot be mere happenstance. I can only conclude that these sums are passing... Yet 'tis strange, for sweet crown flowers only grow on the eastern edge of Vermund. I dare say 'twas not an item chosen idly. Mayhap this knowledge will guide us in our pursuit of the false sovereign. 'Tis a frail hope to be certain. Yet all the same, I would ask that Your Majesty venture to Vermont's eastern edge and probe into this young man's origins. I am glad to hear it. For I cannot shake the feeling that uncovering the identity of the false sovereign is the key to unraveling Deeza's scheme and securing your enthronement. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen. How fared your mission? Was there aught suspicious to be found in the Queen Regent's office? This scrap. 'Twas part of a letter, and from Batal no less. This alone can prove little, but 'tis clear that Deeza's schemes run deep. To think, Deeza's actions have weighed even on the mind of her own son. Tis a surprise, but a welcome one. Deeza is the doting mother before the Regent King. If Regent King Sven is willing to aid us by drawing Deeza's focus, we may be able to gain more useful information. You have done well, Your Majesty, though I am limited in the aid I'm able to offer.
Seems we were right to suspect the Queen Regent. We ought to keep an eye on her in the days to come.
That's odd.
Phasus. Now there's a name to remember.
Так, ну это ну, все понятно.
Well met, sir. Fancy a gander?
Could you come over here?
Follow me.
Так. Ладно. На этом месте заканчиваем.